Good afternoon, everybody. I think it's afternoon, right? It's 1? Or not? It's still 12. 12:59, so it's good morning. Okay. Well, we have an amazing speaker today. I have no clue what he's talking about. It's my first time here, and I'm enjoying it. And I'm just going to be here to talk and make sure he can shine. Today we're going to speak to Jérémie Zimmermann. Who knows him? Okay, come on, guys. I'm introducing Jérémie Zimmermann. That's more like it. And I think he's talking about copyright enforcement versus freedom. And I really want to know what you guys feel about it. But first of all, I'm going to let the man talk and say welcome to Jérémie Zimmermann for one more time.
Hello, everyone. Thank you to be here. It's an honor to have such a great audience to bore today. It's no wonder for anyone here that very high number of threats is actually right now, today, attacking our fundamental freedoms and the very structure of the internet. It's very hard to talk after Rob because he mostly talked about everything, but you see what I'm referring to. There is extremely strong addition of converging forces attacking our fundamental freedoms today. I'm talking, of course, of censorship, the blocking of websites that inevitably leads to political censorship and other forms of censorship of the internet. There will be a great talk afterwards about it. You all know about it already. I'm talking of all form of harm that is done to net neutrality for commercial purposes that equally harms our fundamental freedoms of freedom of expression or privacy online. But today I will focus on copyright enforcement, which is one of the major drives for attacking our freedoms online. So for those of you who don't know about it, I'm the founder and spokesperson of La Quadrature du Net. La Quadrature du Net is a citizen organization. We're a kind of citizen toolbox. So we provide tools, analytical tools, web-based tools, for everyone to understand what is going on and to participate in the legislative process when our fundamental freedoms are harmed. I need to stress at this point that we support WikiLeaks very much in their mission of bringing truth. We participate in helping them, and also I want to stress out at this stage that many people are tempted to take the easy way of the attacks and the criticisms and so on, when at this stage what we all should be focused on is the reaction to WikiLeaks, the reaction to the Cablegate, the violence of the attacks against WikiLeaks. It is exactly what we are talking about. It is about governments trying to control the internet, governments trying to censor the internet and bypass any form of judicial authority. So, unfortunately, I won't talk about this now. I will focus on the copyright enforcement issues. And if you allow me, maybe we will try a little experiment today. So, we will put ourselves in the shoes of our enemies. So I will ask you all to close your eyes for a minute. Close your eyes. Okay, so now you are in the shoes of an executive from the music or the movie industry. So somebody died already. So I see it's working. As you're becoming one of them, you get a bit stupider, you're a bit clueless, but you're extremely powerful. You got lots of resources and lots of connections. Okay, so now open your eyes. What do you see? Pirates. Everybody, pirates. Nobody is learning, nobody is teaching, nobody is remixing, nobody is improving. No, everybody is pirating. It's understandable. Your business model was always based on creating copies, distributing copies, controlling the distribution of the copies. And now everybody else invented that great machine that is a copy machine that is called the internet. Therefore, everybody is an obstacle to your business. Everybody is a pirate. Okay, so what do? Everybody is a pirate, then you have a problem. Then you sue them. You go through the legal justice system, but it doesn't really work. You know, it's cumbersome. It takes some time. It costs you lots of money. You have to deal with those stupid things such as presumption of innocence. You have to provide valid evidence. People have the right to a fair trial, whatever that means. So, it doesn't work. You do it for some years, then people are not afraid. People still continue to be pirates, So we need to go to the next steps. So if we cannot use the law to properly discourage people, then we need to change the law. And for that, what do we need? Well, you need the right people to be elected for that. Actually, this guy said, you need the celebrities to be elected. And it's not a metaphor. So you either help them to be elected, or if it's legal in your country, you directly fund their campaigns. And once they're here, you know, you can go and meet them, you invite them here and there, blah, 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 and you get some laws to be passed. So let's think for a minute. You're back in 2005, 6, 7. The trials didn't work, so you think, okay, maybe we can have the perfect law against those goddamn pirates. So we will set up an administrative authority. Then we will have our private police that will send them IP addresses. Then they will send emails, and then maybe they can disconnect the people from the internet. You've all heard about this. That's the nefarious Adopi law in France, which is an epic failure at the moment. We're very proud of that. So we campaigned for years. We ultimately got a decision, historical decision from the Constitutional Court in France that said that freedom of speech implies freedom to access to the internet. Therefore, you cannot have some random administrative authority messing up with your internet connection and restricting your internet connection. So the whole point of the Adopi law was to circumvent the judicial authority, and the Constitutional Council said, well, you cannot do it without a judicial authority. So the government put back a judge into the whole Adopi scheme, and it's failed. Our bet here is that there will never be a cutoff from the Adopi. But, okay, that's another epic fail. And then you think, okay, so it's socially quite unacceptable to cut off people from the internet. They're rebel. Okay, so maybe we'll go to some finer type of restrictions. Maybe we'll go for different sanctions, but we don't exactly know why. So we make another experiment, and that's in the UK, the Digital Economy Bill that was voted and therefore became the Digital Economy Act. We cannot any longer call it the D bill, which is a pity, but so you try it and you give to the government full power to decide whatever sanction there could be, and as an improvement over the French model, you manage to get rid of an administrative authority. So the rights holders will deal directly with the internet service providers, directly with the internet access providers, to establish sanctions. So this is something very important. I think we got an idea here. Let's prolong that mechanism. But we're here, and it's 2009 or something. We got the Digital Economy Act passed. We had to rush things over. We literally had it adopted in a procedure called the wash-up procedure. A memo from our industry, the British phonographic industry, said that if it's not adopted quickly, it may never be adopted at all. So, okay, we did things right. It's been adopted. No, I think that the UK government is considering going backwards. Maybe some British people can comment about it afterwards. Okay, so we are still experimenting, you know, a bit here in France, a bit here in the UK, but it's not really moving forward. We need something bigger. We need something to make people more afraid, because of course, those schemes are based on fear. As for Adopi in France, some people today are a bit afraid of Adopi. They think, oh, maybe they can catch me after all. And so they stop doing file sharing, they stop going on networks and public places and so on. So those schemes basically only work if you're afraid of them. So it's not enough yet. So we're still in the shoes of those industries, and we think we got to move to the next step. We need something bigger, we need something global, and we need something where those bloody citizens won't get into our feet and won't try to ruin the things. So, who among you have heard about ACTA already? Oh wow. Oh wow, that's almost everybody. That's wow. I knew it was one of the smartest crowds around. Well, ACTA is a fraud, to start with. It is disguised as a trade agreement. ACTA stands for Anti-Counterfeiting Trade Agreement. You know those trade agreements where several countries gather and say, okay, I buy your bananas for that price, but at the same time I buy your oil for that price, and you know, if you don't sell your bananas, then you're no. Okay, so like a regular trade agreement about the trading of goods, but that goes a bit further, you know. It deals with counterfeiting of medicines, you know, those fake medicines that kill people. It's a real problem. Oh my, yeah. Fake medicines, fake auto parts, you know, those fake Chinese auto parts that kill people. Oh my, yeah. And piracy, whatever that means. You know, those people who kill artists, yeah. Okay. So all this is put in the same bag, and we say it's a trade agreement. Therefore, we don't need any oversight from the parliament. We don't need any transparency. We just gather amongst like-minded countries, to quote the word of a representative from the US negotiators. And that's 39 countries, including the 27 member states of the EU, represented by the European Commission, so one of the non-democratic institutions of the EU, that are, for years, around the table, negotiating. It's like an open bar. You can put everything you want into it. So for years, it has been secret. So those bloody activists couldn't know what was going on. Then there were some rumors, then some leaks, you know, those evil, pinky, communisto, anarchists of WikiLeaks. The first versions of ACTA were leaked on WikiLeaks at first. Then La Quadrature du Net took care of leaking some others. So for years, those activists had to rely on leaks to know what was going on. But then, the pressure put by the European parliaments, once again under influence by the activists, allowed for some text to be published. So okay, I'll get out of the shoes of the entertainment industries at this time, because it hurts my feet. Okay, more seriously, now we know what is in ACTA. It has been a long struggle by itself to be able to know. But now the big fight is here, because we have the actual content of it. So I come to the boring part of ACTA. It's coming. What you have to understand is that there are already international organizations in which you're supposed to deal with those matters of copyright and patents and so on. It's called WIPO. It's also the WTO since the TRIPS agreement. But those industries do not even want to deal with them anymore, because they're stuck. For some years now, the poor countries come to WIPO and say, where the fuck are you going? Going stronger and stronger, further and further with copyright. Maybe there should be another way. So the real institution that exists to debate, I wouldn't say democratically, but to debate at least publicly